Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to design a bracelet using these beautiful amethyst beads. Um, for this I'm going to use the, what is this called? Stretchy cord, strong and stretchy cord. So there is couple of types, varieties of stretchy cord out there. Stretch Magic, people do swear by that a lot. And there is this strong stretchy cord as well, strong and stretchy. And as you guys can see how it is, like it is very thick. It's 1 millimeter thick. So it says here, right, it's crystalline, it's 1 millimeter. So this one is a little bit different. It's first of all milky white in color, as you guys can see. And let me just show you guys. Okay, see that? That's very flat, right? It is not rounded, wherein that other one, the clear one, is rounded. So that's the main difference between these two. And Stretch Magic will be in different sizes as well: 0.5, 0.7 millimeter, 1 millimeter, and so forth and so on. People do like Ninja Cord, I think, is one of the things. The brand that you can buy, Stretch Magic, is one of the brand, and this is the one that I really like because it's flat. It can be doubled over or tripled over. That's what I really like about it. And also you might need something called the big eye needle, which will be very useful for you to work with, but it is not absolutely necessary. You can do it with your fingers as well, and as well. So, and also I am going to use these things. So this is a bee which I really like a lot, this bee charm. It's a double-sided bee charm that I got from I don't know, bargain meat box, I guess. And this finding, I don't know whether I got from a subscription box or from bargain bead box and bargains. So can you see that? That's like a really pretty finding for an amethyst. It has an amethyst cubic zirconia kind of a stone in the, or chatons, what do you want to call, in the center. It's gold, but it has this yellow gold finish and the KC golden finish in the loops, and then kind of a brushed amethyst color with the flower and the stone in the center. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but that's what it is. So there is two. First I thought I will use this for a earring because there is two of them, right? So generally that's what my thought process was, but I wanted to use it just like that only, because it's, as you can see, if I'm using a loop, it'll be lopsided, so it'll hang. Let me see that. So this is how it'll hang, and the thing will be here if you want to have that. But there is one more thing we can do about this. So it says so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna double this up. Okay, so I'm gonna take I would say like a little bit, like a 2 feet or so, and then if you want you can cut it, but I don't want to cut it right now. I can take the big eye needle, open it up, okay, and put this cord through. Okay, first of all, don't pull it, you might break the needle, so don't pull it. So leave that point, take a scissor, let's just cut this up, and take our pretty hexagon shaped amethyst crystals here. Okay, and then start stringing. So since I'm going to use gold, you can use gold findings. One more finding that I want to use is this is a really good one if you want to use, and it has a big hole and a loop perpendicular to that bead right there. So if you want a dangle or so from the bracelet, you can do it. So for example, you can use two of them, right, just like that. It'll be, and then hang it like this. So that's an idea that I want to incorporate. Let's see how it goes, our design process, right? But I want it to be purely amethyst, I don't want anything else. inside mine. So, and also maybe I want to double this up, right? So I have to. There is a lot of crystals in our Sam's Bead Box Northern Lights month, the monthly subscription for March 2025. There is the gemstones. Normally, all gemstones don't have a bigger hole, so you won't be able to hide your knot with the stretch cord inside that. So such kind of a bead is really helpful with that. Keep that in mind. So I really like stretch bracelets a lot because one thing, it is tight and it is snug on your wrist. This is a citrine bracelet and I really like it. As you guys can see, I have doubled the cord in here and you won't even see the knot in this bracelet. It's hidden completely inside. This is a simple way of doing it to hide. You don't need that bead per se, but if you have that bead, you can use that bead, right? There's absolutely no problem with that. This way I know for sure my amethyst beads are safe and secure. And amethyst bead is really good if you're working with electronics, which we normally do nowadays. Doesn't matter you work in an you work as a software engineer or a hardware engineer or even something related to computers. That doesn't matter. Computers and electronics have become part and parcel of everyday life. Nobody is without their cell phones nowadays. Kids, adults, doesn't matter. So but real life connections is the one which is very important in our life. It's so important and it takes a lot of effort and energy, but that's what makes the human connection strong. And especially the blue zones they are talking about nowadays, if you have heard about that, those people have a societal connection all the time. They have their own, they do everything manually, they don't rely on the machinery that much. There are so many things that we are hearing about them. And then so I'm like, I just like to read about it and find out about it. So that's my jam kind of a thing. One thing I forgot to do with this thing is I have to either cut my needle, otherwise I won't be able to knot the way I would knot and hide. But in this case I can hide it inside this loop, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to continue doing it. The one that I did here, where you cannot see the knot and it is invisible and hidden inside the bead, the hole is a little bit bigger, first of all, and there's a different kind of a method that I used to string the beads and not use the the needle, the big eye needle. But the hole is small, it'll be difficult for me to put it through. So some beads are okay, some beads are not. So when they're drilled, we never know. See, this one goes smoothly, some it goes really tightly. So we cannot rely on that. It might depend on, as you guys can see, I'm not adding any spacer beads per se. Just want it to be an amethyst with this thing cord in here. Let me just put that on. Let me find out how long this is. Take a ruler. So this one bead was on only one cord, that's why it is right there. So here we go. It's only about, say, 5 inches or so. I need at least 7 inches for my wrist. 7.5, 7.25 is my wrist size that I normally wear. But As I said, I'm gonna take 2 of these beads, so 2 more inches, this will serve. And after that finding, I'm adding some beads. It's real important that we do what we like in our life and kind of live in the moment. So let's see. So if I have 2 here, which 3 here, and this bead here, and if I have a chain, it'll come like a U. Yeah, which is what I want. Okay, after 3 beads, I'm adding 1 more. Okay. And you can use spacer beads, you can use seed beads like 8 seed beads or even 11 seed beads. I don't know if 11 seed beads will go on top of this, but 8 will definitely go. And then you can use that as a spacer if you want to. Once you're done, then I'm just gonna cut this cord and take my needle off. I would like to save my needle in this way. I know for sure it's safe and it won't bend or so. These are very flimsy, it's not very strong, so I like to save it like this, which makes it easier storage. So here we go. I haven't cut this side, let me just, okay. This is what I have so far. Now you can just tie an overhand knot, just an overhand knot, and check it around your wrist whether it fits you. See, it's still tight. I can still see, gap at that point. You can try and squeeze 1 more bead inside. So learn from me, do not settle for less, add a little bit more beads. It's always easier to take it off rather than adding it inside. So I did. I think now it should be fine. Again, just do an overhand knot and just try it out around your wrist. One more bead should be good enough is what I feel. So here we go. As I said, string some more beads extra so that you don't have to do this with your hands. It's kind of difficult to do it. There we go. And let's measure this. See exactly how much do we need for a standard dress size. So see this, just a little short of 7 inches. Maybe 1 more bead is actually good enough. That's what I feel. Okay, here we go. The challenge of putting 1 more bead inside. This was pretty easy, see. So some beads are, the hole is drilled pretty leniently and some very less. That always happens in a gemstone. So I want to just move the beads down a little bit so that we have enough on both the sides. We need a small piece of chain to attach this and I wanted, you can actually use jump rings, but also you can use a small piece of chain to do that, so that it will hang a little bit down, but that's up to you. Okay, whether it needs to be hanging a little bit down or more, it's totally up to you. So I pulled out from my stash some 18 gauge 5mm jump rings, and also this cable chain. I don't want a lot, but as usual, whenever I like to use jump rings, I like to use 2 sets of pliers. One is my bent nose pliers, the other one is my tweezer nose pliers. So I like to work with those. Just nice and thick jump ring is what we need. But it should go through the chain. That's also one thing which I wasn't so sure. Let's try it out and see if it does fit through the chain or not. If not, we'll go ahead with the thinner jump ring. Yeah, it is not accommodating. I found thinner jump ring from my stash. You just take it and you attach it to this finding, the loop in that finding, and just that. So one thing I was not paying attention is I need all these beads to be strung this side so that I can have a knot underneath this. So that's something I need to do. So I will see you guys back once I did that. I finished that. So now you need to decide on how long you want the dangle to be. So the thing is, see that this is actually, this much is more than enough for me, is what I feel. I mean, directly like this, we'll put it very close, as you guys can see, but that can also be, so just a bit. It's just 2 links or so is more than enough, is what I feel. 1 2 3, and the 4th I will cut it just a little piece, just a little piece. Okay, and that, so that is to connect this finding. But over here, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna connect one jump ring, and I'm gonna have a dangle as well. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. So open the jump ring up, so twist open, one towards you, one away from you. See how I'm twisting it? And I want both the ends to meet seamlessly together and adjust. And this is called prepping the jump ring. So you can just take this and add your finding and close the jump ring. Go back and forth and make sure it's nice and secure. Now that this is attached, so this has to be attached this way. This is how it should be. So I just change this and go ahead. I need the direction to be same as well. So I'm just gonna open up this jump ring and change the direction, because that's not how it should sit. So just pay attention to that. Just change it otherwise. the other side. That should do it. But once you lay it down, then only you will get the correct side, right? And see if it lays properly, or else you can change the direction, just like how I changed here. So now this will come here, and that will hold this way. Right? So that is gonna be that. So just a simple chain. But if it is a little bit too much, just add, without the chain you can just add the finding. But over here, what we are going to do here is take it, put up the jump ring, add it to this finding, and to the piece of chain right here. It becomes harder when we are doing it under camera, and I know it doesn't make sense. Let me just take that off and do this. Go back and forth, twist until it is nice and tight. So if it is going to come here, and there's only 3 links that's going to be here, and I want the rest, see, to come and hang like this. I will hang 2 pieces of chain or 1 piece of chain, it's up to me, but I'm just gonna cut about, say, here. I'm just eyeballing it. Maybe 1 to 2 inches is good enough. So take another jump ring. Don't worry, when I do this, it'll all make sense. 1, 2, 3. Let me just again see, that's 1, 2, 3 as well. So just after the 3rd chain, let's see once more here. Just add that and this. And just close the jump ring tight. Again, twist back and forth, secure that. First of all, lay this winding, however it wants to lay, and then take this one, and then take it and put it through this 2 cords, and see if it hangs properly. So that's how it is, right? You can just do a hanging like this, or you can cut up this chain. It's totally up to you. I'm not so sure I really need that there, so I don't like it. First of all, I thought I will do, but then I can always cut it here. Okay, then what you can do is you can add this chain here. If you want, you can add a couple of chains here, like this also. Like that will look good, but I am okay with this. I just like how the way this dangles. That's more than enough for me, so I'm gonna leave it at this point. Okay, take the 2 cords. This is gonna be typical knot, right over left, go underneath. That's a single overhand knot. But before that, you need to stretch the cord. Any cord you need to stretch a little bit, otherwise it's gonna break. So stretch a little bit Okay, once you do this couple of times, and now you're good to tie the knot. Otherwise you will tie the knot and then it will stitch again. So that's the reason we are stitching and then tying a knot. Overhand knot, then left over right, go underneath and pull through. But before doing that, I'm going to through the loop one more time. That's called a surgeon's knot, right? So that's safe and secure. See that how I'm tightening that up, and then tighten this up as well, nice, and couple of stretches, and then see how it is and everything. And then one more time you just go underneath just like that and come back up, and then tie one more surgeon's knot. That means you're going through the loop not just once but twice. You can also do three of these knots, how much ever knots you feel comfortable you can do, because you can still hide the knot inside that finding, which has a rather big hole. So I'm going to do one more surgeon's knot to be on the safer side, and then call it a day. Pull, pull, pull. So that's nice and tight. Put a dab of glue on the top of the knot. See this? You want to see if the knot is nice and tightened this way as well. So it's a bulkier knot, as you guys can see. So take your GS Hypo Cement. E6000 is a little bit thick for this purposes, or I'm using here. See if your bracelet is okay. If it is not, you might have to tighten it again. Okay, and all of these, and then I'm using Bead bead stringing glue. You can use your GS Hypo Cement as well. So take it and then squeeze. Yeah. On the other side as well. Once you do that, close your glue immediately because it will still keep on coming. Let this dry for 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours, and then cut this string up. I can cut it but not very close, so I'll just cut just a little bit right here, just for the purposes of the video. And then this is what my bracelet looks like. I can add more jump rings, and I can add more fine drops over here and so forth and so on, but it is totally up to you if you want to do that. But I want this to be kept very simple. I wanted to add this charm as well, but I didn't. But before wearing this, I want to leave this glue to dry completely. But okay, let me just try this on. So this is how it's gonna look when I wear. I know this will go on top, but this is how it's gonna look. I really like the way this turned out to be. It's a very simple stretch bracelet, but yet a different design that you can work on. I really like this. If you do like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos a couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day and see you. Bye bye. See you in the next video. If you'd like to support my channel, which I really want you guys to do it, I can bring more videos. I can buy myself a video camera to shoot the films, and I do take a lot of effort to make this. It's completely free for you guys to watch my videos and everything. So there is a heart symbol and thanks written right the bottom description box. If you click the three dots, and it's called super thanks, you can click on it and donate as much as you can. It'll help me grow my channel and also bring you guys more videos, and then buy myself a video camera to shoot my videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Bye bye. Have a good day.